Hey guys, it's Corey. First time doing one of these videos. Today I'm gonna do a 1 year anniversary and review on my Toyo Open Country Mud Terrain tires. The size is 255 85 16, as a lot of you know, equivalent to 33 by 10, and in this case with Toyo they made it to 33.5 by 10.2. I got them on at 38,100 kilometers, which is about 23,700 miles is when I got those put on. So, and right now my odometer reads 40,071. So I broke my 40,000 miles the other day. And in other terms, in my English, that means 64,000 and almost 500 now. Holy shit, truck gets miles. The tread life on them, I just got a tire rotation done because I needed to. My back tires at the time were on the front and they were unevenly worn and they were actually causing my truck to pull. So those were on the back for a while and I wore those down to 9/32 ends on those. And then the fronts that now are the backs, after this rotation I just did, it's kind of in the middle between 10 and 11, but I more or less said that they were about 11/32 ends each. So they're actually doing pretty good there. Technically they are, two are at 50%, the other ones are about 60. And that's only with 17,000 miles on them. So I guess I do a lot of burnouts with them. I have no idea. It's hard to say. They do see a lot of off-road. I've aired them down a handful of times. And they are honestly a great tire. Really want a good aggressive tire that grabs a lot and has like next to no issues other than maybe the winter conditions, but that's what you would expect from a mud terrain tire. The tread life is not so good on them from what I've seen, and I actually have these evenly worn pretty good. So, and they're aired up properly. Like right now they are sitting at about 31 32 psi. Noise, got some little recordings there. Hopefully the noise can be heard there a little bit, but they hum pretty good, especially on brand new pavement. They howl really good there, which is actually not so bad because I kind of enjoy the howl. Traction is great on all conditions that I've found. Rain doesn't bother me. They do slide, and I've actually kind of hydroplaned a little bit. I've come around some terms on wet roads and, well, of course, ice and snowy conditions where I'm not turning. I'm just kind of going straight, so that's when I throttle down a bit and just kick the ass end out, right? Snow, honestly, they are great in snow, I find. They seem to grab a lot of traction. It's just when I cut down to the ice, that's when I'm done. They have next to no traction on ice. Even with four-wheel drive, it's okay, but you got to think about stopping, and I don't stop. So that's why I aim for the sidewalks, I guess. Kind of works out that way anyways. The snow stops me, more or less. Sand, I find it a little tricky with sand sometimes. I usually don't always air down, but I seem to do okay for the most part. Mud, oh, mud is beautiful. I can literally sit in mud and those things will spin and they will get me out, like no problems. Yeah, throttle down and you're gone. It's simple as that, and I got so much traction with that. Only done a little bit of rock crawling with them, and even then when I was up in Moab, no problems with traction at all. I didn't even really use my locker when I was out in the Colorado and Moab trip, so beautiful there. I'm really hoping I can get a lot more miles out of these, because otherwise my $1,300 I spent on these tires is going to end real quick. In other terms, that's about 1,000 US. I'm kind of happy I do have these, but I think I'm going to be going with the Coopers next on this, because I don't think I can afford to pay $1,300 every 2 years. I do put a lot of miles on my truck. I do a lot of off-roading. I do travel off-road a lot. Like, I did a 5,000 kilometer journey, and I did a lot of gravel drives and chewed up the tires a little bit there. I did notice that there was a little chunk out of one of the tires, I think, the side tread pattern there. So they do seem to have a little bit of weather cracking to them already. I'm not sure if it'd be weather cracking or if it's just the abuse that the gravel's done to it. It's really hard to say, I guess. But overall, for the tires, for this specific tire size, I did have 265/75 before, and that was like only half tread. I can't even tell you how many miles I got out of that, but I can say this much: I did not get that many out of those either. I think I got maybe 20,000 kilometers on them, so 10-15K miles. If you like the aggressive look, if you really think you want some good traction and you want to go with this tire size, I find Toyo MT probably the better half. You kind of basically just got to go with your gut feeling and bite the bullet on what you want to try. But so far, like, if you want to compare it to me and Derek, who is the 255 master behind all this, because he is the reason I have this size, he got 50,000 miles out of his Cooper set, and he wore those down to the baby Asable, and that's well over 90,000 kilometers on a set of tires, especially being an off-road tire. He off-roads, and God knows what else he does with those tires. Overall, my score would be about, I'd say, 7 out of 10 for this. So, you know, the ice is one problem, the tread life on them is another, and then the price of them for what you get. But no regrets 100% on it, I guess. I regret them a little bit because it is a lot of money, and it's only been 1 year on these sets, and, you know, one more year I could probably be having to buy another set of tires for this truck already, and it's only been 2 years. And, you know, I guess we'll just see how the tread life goes now for the next another 17,000 miles on them, I guess, and we'll keep tabs on them. Otherwise, I would recommend it if you really want that aggressive tire, but I won't recommend them if you really want them to last. So that's my little 2 cents on them. So I'm signing off. Got my Timmies. Gotta go home and make some nachos, and that's pretty much my day. All right, I'll talk to you later, guys.